We have seen that mind is the non-physical aspect of human being that drives our thoughts, emotions and feelings, and it facilitates all our experiences in life. Therefore, it is very important to know about mind, and it is a pre-requirement to know about different parts of the mind, functions of different parts, before our spiritual journey starts or our mind engineering process starts. One thing in common among all spiritual wisdoms about mind or all scientific studies and disciplines about mind is that all studies and wisdoms agree on one point, that about the dichotomy of mind. That is, there are different parts of mind. When that much understanding is common, then we have to see what are the different parts as per different disciplines, different ancient spiritual traditions. As per yogic wisdom, there are mainly four parts of the mind. One, buddhi, that is intellect. Second, ahankar, that is ego. Third, manas, that is memory. Next, chitta. Chitta, it is very difficult to translate into English. English translation doesn't exist exactly indicating the meaning of chitta. We can say that it is something like ecstatic consciousness or joyous consciousness, like that. Then transaction analysis, one analytical, psychoanalytical approach. As per transaction analysis, there are three parts of the mind while interacting with people. That is, we have heard about parent, adult and child egos. Freud mainly talk about three different parts. We have heard about id, ego and superego. Id is the part of mind that pops up natural instincts. Ego is the realistic or rational approach to different situations, and superego refers to the societal or moral norms of a person which moderate all activities. So different authors referred different parts of the mind in different terminologies. Therefore, we can say it is creating a lot of confusion. Terminologies like subconscious mind, unconscious mind, conscious mind. Even Freud initially used the word subconscious mind to refer to that part of our personality about which we are not aware of. But later on, he was comfortable using the word unconscious mind. Even we are using the term brain and mind also interchangeably. Even though these are two distinct parts of our personality of human being, one is materialistic, a part of our physical reality, physical organ, other is non-physical aspect. Still, we use the term brain and mind interchangeably. Then a big question arose: if mind is product of the brain, how can brain produce subjective experiences, higher quality experiences, spiritual experiences? This question was very prevalent, and this is known as the hard problem of consciousness. The hard problem of consciousness was initially articulated by David Chalmers in the year 1995. But during 20th century, more and more scientists and authors had a different view from the materialistic view. They held the view that mind is not product of the brain, but it is part of our spiritual essence. So we can call this section of the scientists as spiritual scientists. According to them, mind is not a product of the brain, but mind is part of our spiritual essence, part of our consciousness. And of course, mind is associated with the brain, or brain is associated with the mind. In order to make it clear about the difference between brain and mind, we can express it in a very simple example. A TV program and a remote control. Of course, the TV program is manifested and experienced with the help of remote control. Remote control is associated with the experience or manifestation of the TV program. But at the same time, we cannot say that TV program product of remote control. Similarly, mind is not product of the brain. At the same time, mind is, or brain is associated with the manifestations and experience of the mind. So in short, the contribution of all spiritual wisdom, Vedic wisdom, and all modern studies about mind is that we can broadly classify mind into two parts. That is, the terminology commonly used are: number one, first part is the ego mind or emotional mind. Second part is our true self or consciousness. Even though different terminologies are there to point out these two parts, these are very widely and commonly used terminologies, and this basic awareness about mind having two broad parts, that is, one ego mind, another is consciousness or our true self. This broad classification and awareness about these two main parts, broad categories, is the foundation for our further spiritual development or further journey towards spiritual development and mind engineering process. More details about two parts of the mind, its functions, its nature, its relevance in our life, these are all details we will come out in the coming videos.